All right, hey guys, thank you for joining another one of our Dad Pod discussions where we just talk about the daily lives of, your everyday fathers, and we just kind of have a free flowing conversation and just talk about random things. But I think for today we do have a topic that our friend here, Perry, actually was thinking about, and he just kind of wanted to bring it to light. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the topic is, and we all deal with this, is it's pressure. You know, under pressure. You know how to do that. The pressure of being, head of the household, father, son, whatever it is, all that, all in one thing. So I reached out to Soap earlier this week or last week, and I was like, man, I got a topic. If you don't got a topic to talk about, I got a topic to talk about. It's because, like, I was dealing with a lot of pressure. I live with my in-laws, and got immigrant parents as well, and with COVID-19 shelter in place, my in-law, my mother-in-law got she's basically laid off or furloughed. My mom had her hours cut, and then my dad, just right before shelter in place, he got laid off. So I'm like helping them do EDD, for everything. And you know how it is. Like, I guess might be an older sibling type of thing, but I like literally going around everywhere, like trying to figure out their situation, helping them do EDD, and their EDD is not normal, anyways. But anyways, I had to figure it out, and and then once I do it, they're like, "Oh, cool, you're tech savvy, son or son-in-law, like you got this." I do it, everything's cool after I get it done, and then literally like a few days later, what's going on? Where's my money? How come I don't get my money? How come my friends got money? Like, where's my stuff? Where's my email? How come they got an update? I'm like, I don't fucking know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
It's like they're expecting you to be able to do everything and the person to know everything. And there's such a heavy reliance on you because you're able to get stuff done. And there's only one of you, right? And I don't think they understand that, but I mean, at the same time, it's, yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, trust me, I know exactly what you're going through. Just because of all the experiences that I've heard from other people and everything like that. And with yours, I think it's a little bit more extreme because you kind of got it from both sides.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
it got to me, like I basically was just venting to my wife Sophia, venting to Sophia, and I was like, look, I don't know why everyone's asking me to do it. Like, maybe I should be like, I don't know, grateful that they think that like I'm smart enough to help them do it. But I've always been that person, like how it is. Like, when you go visit the parents, you're like the IT guy, they're accountant, they're freaking mechanic, they're everything, and I'm used to that. But now I'm getting it from both sides, like you said, and then which I'm not used to. And I look at her, Sophia, I go, wait, why can't you do this for your parents?
Yeah.
And she's just like, she's the youngest sibling, and she's like, I think it's because my parents think I'm too dumb.
Whoa.
And
That's
you're not dumb. She's like, I know I'm not, but hey, if they're not gonna put that on me, that's cool. I'm like, come on, bro.
yeah. Like, come on, do something about
it, man. Anyways, like, it's so I'm at my wits, and I had to kind of vent. So that's how this came up, and and on top of that, the other pressure, right, of being head of the household or providing, like, it's been rough for me, trying to start get my business up and running and still going with real estate and everything. So I can't show homes. So it's just all of it just put together, and I kind of like lost it last week. And I not in a bad way when I vented to Sophia, but and you as well. But I was just like, I need to let it out. I need to talk to someone. I was like really frustrated.
yeah.
And yeah, man, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I can definitely resonate with pressure, albeit it's a different kind of pressure, but it's still pressure regardless, right? Is because I think that the pressures that I'm facing, which has some dealings or some kind of relation to what you're dealing with is essentially, you know, being the man, right, of the house, and being able to kind of hold things together, right? Because there's always a yin and yang. There's always a balance, right? Someone needs to balance the situation when some other person is either panicking or just kind of losing their mind. It has to be that one person to kind of equalize everything, right? And for me, it's difficult, right? Because the pressures of, you know, oh, holy cow, okay, we're in COVID-19, we're doing all this stuff. Am I doing right by my kids? Am I, you know, teaching them right? Do they have too much screen time? Do they have all this stuff? Oh, hey, you know, my wife's a nurse, she has to do all these things. I have to essentially do everything in the household, where it's like either, you know, cooking every so often, washing dishes, cleaning, making sure the girls are fed, all that kind of stuff. And not to mention is that my mom's also a nurse. So, you know, she's also facing issues as well in terms of not having enough materials and equipment to protect her and stuff like that. So, you know, I kind of feel the need to, okay, I need to go help provide like these kind of masks and stuff like that, you know, and not to mention, that's just the home stuff. The work stuff, I know you have to deal with it as well, but the work stuff is just a whole nother ballgame, because I actually just made this realization that the kind of pressure that I'm getting from work is not the kind of pressure that I actually want, to be quite honest. And I can almost guarantee that it's the same for other people as well. But it's like the way I kind of chucked it up to yesterday or a few days ago was that, so I manage a team of like 8 engineers, and they don't communicate. And I feel like they're essentially my second set of kids. You know, some are better than others, you know, but I mean, that's just as an example, right? Because I think more or less is like, holy crap, guys, talk to each other, work with each other. Like, we're a team for a reason. And the same applies to my kids, where it's like, they fight over the littlest things. And it's like, I had to make a decision. Do I be a parent, or do I just kind of let it slide, right? The pressures are so like, it's never ending. And not to mention, right, pressures of, oh, hey, I'm in COVID, I'm in quarantine and everything, but I'm doing all these things with my kids. I'm like, okay, well, what do I like? Do I look like this parent that like I'm not doing anything with my kids, right? And so because of time or because of whatever, right? But the fact of the matter is that pressure is looming every single day, and anything that we do, right? There's always a lot of pressure. But now it's just like what I tell my team, right? When you fail, when you screw something up, when you cause an outage, it's how you recover, right? It's how you actually come back and kind of recollect and reflect. What do I do better? How can I do this better? Do I compartmentalize everything? Do I tackle one thing at a time? Like, how do I actually go ahead and try to come back from that?
I mean, that's really good that you actually, like, you know, bring that up with them, you know, to do that part, right? But I thought I find it really funny when you said, like, yeah, you know, like, they're like your kids at work too, that kind of pressure.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, I guess that's one thing you can learn from parenting. You know, you bring it to work and, you know, and handle that over there. It's just, you know, I mean, I guess bottom line is like, we'll never escape pressure, right? It's going to be all around us. It's a different form of it now, and even the form at work that you're getting without, like, you know, any, you know, what's the word, like, you know, it wasn't brought upon you or anything like that. Like we spoke about this last time, but like, you know, how do we deal with this? Like, if I want to go back to my specific example of me venting last week to Sophia, I guess that worked, because me venting got her to actually talk to her mom. Like, hey, look, like, Perry's actually under, she probably did say in these words, but Perry's actually under a lot of pressure from his parents too, and then helping you, and then you're kind of just like, you know, grinding away at him, and he's just getting it from all over, so he's pretty overwhelmed right now. Maybe like, take it easy and not hound him all the time, and I'll try to help you. So, you know, I was able to share the login information, all the app information with her and her sister, her sister's really busy right now too. She's an accountant. And then they're able to, like, kind of, we teamed up together to help her mom, so it's great. And then with my mom, actually vented to my sister about it, and then she offered, she's like, hey, like, I know she's out of state. She's like, you know, sometimes I'll work on like, as a nurse, work like, 6 days a week and have 1 day off, or I'll have work 3 days and have, 4 days off. So I have some time off. You want me to reach out to mom and like see if I can handle it? Like that would be great,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's how that type of pressure got resolved on my end. Obviously, I'm in a much better mood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To your point, it's I think what you did there and what you really highlighted that I thought was actually really important to note was that you identified the problem, but then also on top of that, you actually spoke about the problem and you actually delegated, or at least didn't delegate directly, but you kind of got buy-in from everyone to kind of say, hey, this is your part. Can you help take care of this? Can you help take care of that? Help take care of this. Help take care of that. And I think that all in itself, I think if you give everyone else their own bit of like ownership and accountability, I think that it kind of snowballs into like, okay, maybe I can do this myself, and maybe I should try to be a little more independent with these kind of things, right? And the thing is that I think again, it's very important to note that, because I think if you're not delegating, if you're trying to take everything all on your own, right? Because the thing is, like, at least for me, I'm the kind of person where it's like, okay, I asked you to do it one time, you do it okay, I should do it another time, you mess up. You kind of get to a point where you have to make a decision.
Like you don't trust them for it.
Right, exactly, right. Do you do it yourself, or do you continue to try to help lead them and guide them and everything, right? And so I think if you compartmentalize and just really take everything on yourself, you're spreading yourself way too thin, and you feel trapped, right? You feel like there's no way out, because you feel that if you do it yourself and you do it your way, that you will do it correctly, and you'll be able to come out better than you did before. And I think that's one of the things that I think myself as a parent, as a manager, and as just a husband, like my wife, she really just dug it into me really deep, where it's like, dude, stop spreading yourself so thin, because you spread yourself so thin, you get frustrated. Guess what? The pressure mounts up, and it's going to overflow, and you're going to blow up, and you're going to take it out on us. In fact, she actually said that to me today, where I was just extremely frustrated. But the fact of the matter is that, she said, dude, stop taking on all so much and stop making it so personal. It's hard, because I take things personal, because the thing is that that's kind of like my pride as well, right?
Well, you're taking ownership, right? Like that's
right, exactly.
Ownership, yeah, which it's a good thing, but sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Exactly, like to what you're saying is like, I have that same problem, and the thing is, like, I know that about myself. I don't trust. I have trust issues, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't or control issues. I like to take things on my own to know that I do it right. But I think everyone else, particularly my family, right, knows that about me, and so they go, well, I know Perry. If I give Perry this, he's gonna take ownership of it and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I trust him.
Yeah.
But then when I'm, like you said, when I'm overwhelmed and like spilling out, like, I, instead of going like, fuck, like I can't do it, like I'm venting, or I'm fucking up, like I should really just do like what you pointed out in the beginning of this, was just like, yeah, you vented, you like in not directly asked, but by me venting to Sophia and my sister, it's like, it was my way of asking them, hey man, can you guys help me?
Right. No, it's very true. It's just like the way I look at it and kind of chuck it up too. It's kind of like you have a pressure cooker, right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I know.
But you know what it is, right? And you know where I'm going with it, right? Because the thing is, the heat builds up. There's a release valve to let all the pressure out, right? And that's pretty much it. You just gotta let the pressure out, right? And I think what we're doing right here is we're just really talking, like, this is just, for me, is deep down. This is from my heart. This is me. And I think as we continue to talk and do more of these, my hope is that we help each other out, but ultimately we help our viewers out and help people out, to kind of talk through these things, right? I mean, I think that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah. Like, let's not be our stubborn selves and try to think that we're like Superman and take over everything, because like you said, we're gonna spread ourselves thin. When we feel like, dude, I got too much on my plate, it's okay to be like, hey babe, you think you can talk to your mom real quick, or hey sis, like you think talking to mom, like I got a lot on my plate right now, and it's just I'm not gonna do a good job, you know.
Yeah.
So, or I'm gonna say something I'm gonna resent, right?
Right. Exactly. Right. You never want to get into a situation where you're talking about things or discussing things, and it's just building up, and then you're just gonna talk out your ass.
Yep.
Nothing good comes out of that, right?
Yeah, that's 100%. That's
100%.
basically where I was at with each side. So
yeah,
but you hit on the head.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I think as we continue to talk more and have all these random topics come up, I think there will be common themes that we're going to see and notice. So I think and it just revolves around a lot of it is pressure based, right? And how you actually kind of take the edge off and everything like that. So definitely a good topic, Perry. I appreciate you bringing it up and just really opening up about that. But hopefully in the next video we I mean, I guess it's just going to be a lot more random topics, but hopefully you enjoy this and tune in for the next one.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. That was great. I needed that. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. For sure.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.